A week later, I did not recognize myself. So snatched that it was literally insane. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and this is how to get ripped summer 2025. I know summer just started, and I know probably some of us are feeling like we're not very summer ready, but one of my favorite quotes is, "The time will pass anyways, so you might as well just do it." So if you're feeling discouraged at the start of summer with your body, you still have like 3 more months of summer to get right. And I promise if you start now, and you look back at the end of the summer, you're gonna be so impressed and so happy with yourself. But sometimes we feel like, oh, well, summer's already here, this already happened, now I don't have any more time. I have all the time in the world. Whether if you started 2 months ago, if you start now, the time is gonna pass either way, so you might as well take advantage of it. I have my notes on my computer if you see me looking over. I've been on my personal fitness journey for a little over 2 years, and there has been nothing more fulfilling than looking in the mirror and realizing that my body is where I want it to be, when 2 years ago, it was not at all. Like, I used to look at myself and be very sad because I knew that I had potential, and I knew that I wasn't doing anything to change it. Now that I have been in the gym, and not just been in the gym, but prioritizing fitness for the past like 2.5 years, honestly, my life has changed completely. I truly believe that prioritizing movement in your life is single-handedly the best life hack for becoming confident physically and mentally. I'm like trying to lock in and try to look at my notes at the same time. Once you witness firsthand that consistency really does work, like no bullshit, you start to believe that this method can be applied to every single aspect in your life. There are a lot of aspects of getting in shape, and I feel like it gets very overwhelming. I've broke it down in a way that's really quite simple. You have to prioritize 3 things. These are your workout split, which is what type of workouts you're doing and when, progressive overload when weight training, and eating enough protein. Now obviously there are other things that go into it, like taking creatine, getting enough sleep, taking your supplements, how many reps, what weight you're doing. I feel like when someone is new to the gym, that is so overwhelming, and it was so overwhelming for me. And I feel like if someone told me that I only had to really focus on these 3 things, everything else naturally will come when you get in the gym and you start to enjoy it, because it really is so fun and fulfilling. To me, going to the gym is like the adult version of a playground. So yeah, let's start with the first one, which is your workout split, what types of workouts you're doing and when. My goal is to have 5 days training and 2 days off, but not every week looks like that. So I at least try to shoot for 4 days of working out, and sometimes it's 3 rest days. But like a perfect week for me would be 5 days of training. When I started in the gym, I lifted only. I would do a back and bi day, and then I would do a leg day. So that would be like glutes, quads, hamstrings. And I really just alternated between those back and forth and back and forth. When I started weight training, within the first 3 to 5 months, I saw crazy difference. Actually, lifting weights is like the key to literally transforming your body. And I got a little thick, I'm not gonna lie. My legs grew, my back was getting strong, but I wanted to go for a more lean, toned look, but I love weight training. So this is the key. You have to diversify your workouts. Weight training, Pilates, and cardio is my secret formula. If this was my perfect week, I would do 2 leg days, one on Monday, one on Thursday. I would do a back and bicep day, only 1 a week, because when I train my back and bis and my arms, I don't want them to get super bulky. 1 a week is perfect for me. I would do that on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I would do some type of cardio. So I would do a cycle class, I would get on the treadmill and do sprints, I would get on the treadmill and walk, I would go for a walk or a run outside. And then on Friday, I would do Pilates. Pilates has changed my core, actually, in ways that I could never imagine. I never had abs before I started doing Pilates. The benefits of Pilates are just insane. When I started not just lifting, but incorporating cardio specific days and Pilates into my routine, my body changed literally overnight. When I did that for a week later, I did not recognize myself. I was like so snatched that it was literally insane. I would not focus on just weight training. I would not focus on just Pilates. I would not focus on just cardio. You need a good split. You can have a fat ass and you can have a flat stomach at the same time. For a long time, I thought that that wasn't possible, but it is possible if you incorporate weight training and cardio. Pilates is expensive, I won't lie. It has changed my life personally, but Pilates is not necessary. But I will say I never really saw a lot of core and oblique definition until I started doing Pilates. There's also these little mats that you can buy off a TikTok shop and literally Amazon that emulate Pilates workouts, and they're very cheap compared to what Pilates costs. I think some people are scared to lift weights and get in the gym in that way, and it's completely understandable. I was just like that, but cardio and Pilates alone is not going to get you the muscle definition and the recomposition of your body that you're looking for. To really get a nice like shape, you have to be lifting weights, even if it's lightweight, even if you don't know what you're doing. I encourage weightlifting for so many reasons. One, it builds and preserves your muscles, it increases your metabolism, it improves your body composition, it supports longevity, meaning helping you remain as mobile as you can for as long as you can in your older age. Next thing I want to talk about is progressive overload when weight training. This is how you're going to actually gain muscle and actually see progress. A good rule of thumb is, let's say I'm doing RDLs, for example. I do 90-pound RDLs, and I did not start like that. I started maybe doing like 50 pounds, and I've worked my way up, and it's taken me like 2 years to get here. But essentially, progressive overload is the only way you're actually going to see your muscles getting bigger. So let's say you try to do an RDL with 30 pounds and it's way too easy. Go up to 35. If that's way too easy, go up to 40. If you start to feel some resistance and you're like, okay, this is not that easy, then stick there. Don't go back to the easier weight. You have to push yourself in order to gain muscle. Like, it shouldn't be like easy, but it also shouldn't strain you. So let's say you're doing 40 and you're like, okay, this feels pretty good. Let me go up to 45. And if you do a 45 and your back starts hurting and your form is terrible, then stick with 40 and train with 40 all the way up until you feel comfortable to increase to 45. And then maybe next time in a few weeks you'll increase to 50. So it's just paying attention to increasing your weight over time. If your form is trash with the weight that you're using, the weight is way too heavy. If you're just like flinging the weights around, then it's way too light. You have to trial and error. It might be annoying, it's your first time in the gym, so go pick up a weight, try it, and you might feel embarrassed to put it back and get a different one. I promise nobody's looking at you. And if they are, then they got their own shit going on and they need to like figure it out, because this is your journey and you should just worry about yourself. You're not gonna look stupid. Try as many weights as you want. Try as many machines as you want. You're never gonna look stupid. You can literally, I've sat on machines and looked up a YouTube tutorial. Like, I have no shame. Like, I deserve to be in the gym just as much as anybody else. Also, I think women sometimes get a little intimidated. I know I did, just with the presence of men in the gym and like throwing weights around and screaming and huffing and puffing. Take up as much space as them. We're all here for the same reason. You pay for the gym membership just as much as they do. Take up your space. Don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's honestly my tip for everything in life. Anyways, progressive overload, very important. Last thing that I want to talk about is eating. Eating. You will not see growth in your muscles if you are not eating. And that is the most unfortunate truth known to man. It's unfortunate for me. It's taken me a very long time to get here. Growing up, my parents always gave me very small portions to eat because I literally would not eat a full meal. They always said I ate like a bird. That was just me. I said I had a small stomach. I don't know why I didn't eat that much, but I felt fine when I started weight training. The amount of food that I eat is honestly insane. I swear I'm always hungry, but not always hungry in like a I'm starving myself type of way. Like, I genuinely enjoy eating and I enjoy food, and being on this fitness journey has changed my perception on food entirely. I actually enjoy researching like the ingredients and stuff. I enjoy looking at how much protein I'm getting. You have to be eating protein and prioritizing protein if you want to gain muscle. So a good rule of thumb that I like to use is, for every meal, I like to prioritize a protein and then find foods that fit with that to make it into a meal. So for breakfast, my source of protein is always boiled eggs. I love boiled eggs. Soft boiled specifically. For lunch and dinner, I will pick a protein. So let's say I'll do salmon. I do animal-based protein. So salmon, chicken, or steak, or like ground turkey, ground beef, anything like that. It's So let's say I pick salmon, because normally I meal prep, so I'll pick like 1 protein or 2 proteins for the week and rock with that for the week. Do I get tired of it? Not really, because it makes my life easier and that's all I care about. I like to pick a carb, pair with that protein. I normally go in between either rice, potatoes, or pasta. Then I'll add a veggie. I'll add a broccoli, an asparagus, a little salad. Do I eat like this every single day? No. But I really try to prioritize it, and I've been doing a lot better within the past like year or so. If I work out and I go hard in the gym, by the end of the week, I can see results. If I go hard in the gym and I pair it with eating protein every single day, I'm telling you, it's like night and day. The results will literally, you will double in size in like the best way. It is unreal how that works. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this helped someone who is scared of the gym or just not sure where to start with their fitness journey. Like I said, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I feel like I have all the credentials to back me up at this point. I've tried it all, I've done it all, and I'm really passionate about this because fitness has changed my life and made me just a way better person, way more disciplined, way more committed to my future, and just way more confident in general. If you want me to do more in-depth videos on like meal prepping ideas, actual workouts that I do, a week in my life of working out, or any tips like that, please let me know. I would be more than happy to do it. This is just something that I've been wanting to post for a really long time, because if I can help one person, honestly, that's worth it to me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.